Hello you guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you so much for even clicking on this video. Okay, let's just start off with, the not so metaphorical, elephant in the room. I have been absent from YouTube. Okay, well first we can address my hair situation. Not even like in an Amberlynn Reed kind of context, it's just like, I'm having an existential crisis with my hair. I'm not even trying to be funny. I literally, genuinely, and actually have no idea what to do with it at this point. I haven't washed it in like 3 or 4 days, so it's kind of like greasy slash oily slash dry, hence the clips. But also, it's just like I've had my roots longer than this. Like, I'm cool. Like, I'm totally down here. I'm down here. I'm down with, and I'm here for like a little ombre effect all day long. I really am. But honestly, I know that like I'm always like, comment down below, you know, I want to know this, like please tell me this, you know, this or that. But in all seriousness, can we have a little like a poll or something in the comments down below and like decide if I should touch up my roots and go back blonde and give myself a little bit of a trim and or darken it. It's up in the air. Like sometimes I wake up and I'm just like, okay, I'm a blonde. Like I was born a blonde, I'll die a blonde, you know, the whole thing. But, like, some days I wake up and I'm just, like, the maintenance and the whole, I don't know. But, like, I did a fun little pop of color, as you can see, from my mini breaker palette. I'll just address, like, where I've been, and then we can move on. I'll do a little jump cut and go grab my palette out of the bathroom because I forgot to do so before I started filming. Grab my tripod, my ring light, did the whole beat, setting spray and all. Oh, I also need to grab my fan, so it's fine that I can do a little cut. That's not your problem, it's mine. But in all honesty and in all sincerity, I've been I have super bad seasonal affectiveness disorder, and I've just been in a super crazily bad funk, and a few of my subscribers know about it. You know who you are. Thank you so much for reaching out and for being such good, amazing subscribers. But I was about to say subscribers and viewers, but you guys are my friends, and thank you so much for being here for me. You know, I'm not going to say like, oh, I'm never gonna take another week off or, you know, whatever. But I wasn't feeling inspired, and then Joe and I, like, Joe just left for work again. He got home at, I believe it was like 5:30 a.m. It is currently 8:13 a.m. here in Nederland, Texas, where we reside. But I don't want to dwell on this. Like I said, I've just been really depressed, and I felt uninspired. And there was like this moment there whenever I was in this like total manic haze and the whole thing, and I was just questioning everything, my YouTube existence, my content, and you know, etc. And you know, I had this moment where I was just like, should I just delete this? Should I just be done with it and delete it and just move on with my life and try something else or revamp my channel, something? And then Shane and Jeffree came out with their part 5 of the 9, I believe it's 9-part docu-series, The Failure of Jeffree Star and Shane Dawson. And it's just in regards, like, it sounds like way crazier and shadier and like dramatic than I think that it like actually is, if that makes sense, because it's talking about like how they didn't really butt heads, but like the business aspect of the new palette and the whole thing, and like Shane not liking the original design, whatever. I have a few talking points that I wrote down, but I will be right back whenever I have my palette. I'll show you guys the palette that I used and the lip gloss, etc. And we can just also talk about the fact that like, yeah, my skin is not the best. I'm in a severe breakout, which happens, and actually, I mean, from a distance, though, it's like, she's okay, she's not that bad, you know what I mean? But, I'm being a little bit hard on myself. I've just, like I said, I've been down in the dump. Seasonal affectiveness disorder is kicking my little gay arse, my little gay Texan boy arse. It really is. But the moment that we watched the docu-series, like I said, The Failure of Jeffree Star and Shane Dawson, Joe and I, we had a second to watch that, and I waited on him, but it's fine, you know, that's what love's all about, and I'd much rather watch it with him anyway. So we watched it together, and what do you know? I felt inspired. This is the first time I've worn makeup since my last video, and it's not that I have to wear makeup to feel inspired, but sometimes it just helps with my depression, and it's like, maybe like just focusing on doing my makeup as opposed to like, you know, like racing thoughts, etc., like things that you seemingly can't control whenever you have seasonal affective disorder and depression. Like, I've officially started to ramble and bore you guys, but that's where I've been, and I'm back for today with a reaction to part 5 of Shane and Jeffree's docu-series, and I hope that you guys are here for that kind of thing, and thank you so much for putting up with me, BRB. Okay, I'm sorry about that, ladies and gents, and everybody in between. Did I even say, like, welcome to my channel, welcome to today's video? I believe that I did. I just decided to set up my tripod and my ring light, just because it looks a tad bit more professional. Please excuse, Pillow Mountain, a little unwashed Amberlyn Reed. This is like, Harley's right here. This is one of my favorite sweaters. It's actually my favorite sweater. Sweater with an O. That was weird. I meant sweater with an E. I hope you guys know that. But seriously though, I'm not trying to dwell on this hair, but can somebody please give me some freaking advice? Like, should I change the color? Should I stay platinum? Should I go like a darker ash blonde? I genuinely need your help, and I need your advice, and your girl can't do this all on her own. I'm kind of just kidding. But, yeah, so please excuse the mess. I figured, like, we might as well just get comfortable and, get into this react. So, first and foremost, we should discuss, the notorious C5 from Jeffree Star Cosmetics. The now infamous, concealer, that was, lifted from Jeffree's warehouse in Calabasas. It totally disrupted and effed up, for lack of a better term, Jeffree's launch for his concealer, and it was this whole thing, and I guess that's where we are probably. No, it said March 17th at the beginning of the docu-series. I remembered to note that, but okay. What else did I just have a couple talking points. Like, it's like C5, Shane's becoming more serious. But on that note, Shane is becoming a lot more serious. And I like that. And this was just about, to me, like, to summarize the series. Plus, by the way, a lot of spoiler alerts. I forgot to say that. But if you have not seen the series, I will link it in the description box down below. I won't be mad whatsoever. I won't even take offense to it if you, would. I think that's better, probably. Let's see. Okay, I think she's alright. But, this one, if I had to summarize it, I would say it had to do with, Shane not necessarily approving of and or liking, the packaging, or, like, the tester PR examples, if you will, for the conspiracy/controversy palettes, the full size and the minis. The shades were gorgeous. I love seeing Shane get into beauty guru mode, and it's like, I'm glad that he's taking it seriously, because that was the thing that was getting in his way, the most, if you ask me, and I say getting in his way, but I think you guys catch my drift. This was also like a Morgan Adams, Ryland, Shane's fiance's, little sister, I don't know why I say little, but, she is an amazing person. I love Morgan Adams. I think she's fabulous. I think she's the real deal. I think she tells it like it is, and I think that's why Shane likes her so much too. But, I really liked seeing Morgan let her guard down and, like, for once, like, not let it all completely be about the jokes, you know what I mean? And it was just, and I just loved Shane, giving her advice or whatever, and being like, don't listen to those mean girls, like, in Hollywood or wherever, that are telling you to get these procedures done and stuff, like, you're beautiful, and you know, Jeffree reiterated that to Morgan, and, like, kind of took her under his wing in this episode, is what it felt like to me as a viewer, and, it just made me fall back in love with, Shane and Jeffree, if that's even possible. Like, if I could even fall in love more with them, I don't know if I could, but I really do love them so much, and, they're just, like, a huge part of my childhood, and there's so much nostalgia, associated with Shane and Jeffree, like, and my teenage years, and just, like, the good old-fashioned MySpace days. Anybody else remember those? Comment down below. Let your girl know. But, seriously, though, I don't even know why I'm saying seriously, though, but, they showed this off a lot, comparing it to, the mini controversy palette in the series, and, obviously this is his most recent mini, and his first mini of all time, Jeffree Star Cosmetics, but, this is the mini breaker palette, and for my pop of color on the inner creases, as you can see, and I was like, what isn't more purple? And, I mean, this is pretty much a Halloween outfit. I'm not really one to dress up. It's like, I'm sure, like, when the Halloween comes or whatever, I'll do, like, a little bloody, like, some fake bruises, you know, etc. Like, something cute and fun, like, I can just do it all with one of my eyeshadow palettes that I have or something, or and some lip glosses and lipsticks. I've done it before. But you guys don't want to go back that long and see. We're also coming up on my year anniversary of being a YouTuber, and it's crazy because I'm just like, oh my god, I thought that I was, like, such an A-game creator. I thought that I was killing it, and I thought that, like, I mean, I couldn't be bothered, like, I was it, and then now it's like, looking back at my content, I'm like, oh my god, it's come so far, and I'm not even saying that, like, a cocky way, like, it's just, like, as a creator that can, like, sit back and then look at themselves through, someone else's eyes, like, as the viewer's eyes, because I really feel like I can do that, and I have, the ability to do that, and the capability to do that, whichever terminology, you prefer, because as I often say on my channel, terminology is what? That's beside the point, but I use this beautiful, they're all pressed pigment. I was about to say pressed pigment. This beautiful metallic shimmer called Bite Me in the bottom middle row, as you can see, because I got my lighting set up. But yes, it's still immaculate, as you can see. You can tell which ones are my favorite because I'm like already going crazy on Oral and Slice in the middle. There's just something about that middle row that just speaks to me. But I mean, it's like you can't go wrong with Orange Crush. You can't go wrong with Bubblegum. And that's I mean, I've never seen a more perfectly gray, beautiful brown, like smoky, like, and it's called Hot Fudge, obviously. But that you can do so much with that, like as a base, whatever. I've just been having a lot of fun with like doing the pop of colors on my inner creases on both sides as of late. I think it really shapes my face, like adds definition to it, but also slims that nose and makes it not as quite as bulbous in some places, if you will. What do you guys think of my current inner crease pop of colors? I'm just curious. But enough about me and my crazy hair that I really do need opinions on, though. That's like very important to me because I'm a very insecure person and I really need the approval of you guys so much. And I don't say that lightly. I just have a nervous smile and a nervous tic habit thing. But let's get the makeup products that aren't. I mean, it's like you guys know bronzer and contour and blush, etc. Like which palettes I have, which ones I most likely used, etc. But I used that for the mini breaker. I used my Fenty Beauty highlighter, the Chills edition, as you can see. I use that on my nose, as well as my Cupid's bow, and on, well, where you do your highlighter, the peak of my cheekbones on both sides. And I've been doing a lot more minimal makeup looks, and as of late, which I'm also here for, and I've gotten comments that it's a good thing, and you guys have also noticed my makeup looks, so I'm feeling super confident about that and happy about that. And this is the last thing, and enough about my stupid makeup look and where I've been, and enough about me, I swear. We'll get back to the react. But this is just a soft baby pink. Unfortunately, there aren't any shades named with these, but it's a Paris Hilton. Oh my god, I'm delusional. I swear it's like I took a week off, and I don't even know how to be a YouTuber anymore. But I'm so happy to be back, and I'm so sorry that I took a break. But at the same time, I took a break, and I feel more empowered, and I feel more inspired, and I'm glad that I took a break, because I think it benefits everybody involved. Honestly, I do. But it doesn't have a shade name, unfortunately, but this is what it looks like. And it's a lot more nude than I anticipated, but I'm really not mad at it. Somehow it's working with the purple. Don't ask me how. But I was thinking, okay, I'm going to wear my Joker shirt. I haven't worn it in a long time. And I'm going to do like a pop of color of purple, and then that's going to be a little bit festive and a little bit Halloween week, if you will. Freak week, whatever gets your rocks off, whatever the cut of your jib is. I'm not really sure. Sometimes I lose my train of thought about that kind of stuff. But enough about me. How are you guys? Enough about me. I hope you're doing incredibly well. What did you guys think of the series? I think it's phenomenal. Okay, talking points. Okay, Morgan's storyline, love it. Hear from Morgan Adams all day long, every single day. I put legwork and put some asterisks by it, and what I mean by that is, like, it's so nice to see them actually, like, coming together and doing the legwork and putting that work in, and seeing that it's not just a money grab, which I'd never thought that it was a money grab, because knowing Shane, it's like he loves to experiment with new things, and it's somebody that's also relatively new to makeup, that started seriously dabbling in makeup, if you will. I really relate to that as another androgynous individual that likes to do a full beat on the reg on YouTube. Classy. Could edit that out, but I won't. I'm here for it all day long. I think it's great. Every single part of the series, every installment of the series has been better than the last. I'm really curious about what do you guys think. Am I being too easy on them? Am I not being easy enough on them? Am I being too hard on them? Not hard enough? I want to know. Your feedback is everything to me as a creator here on YouTube, if you will. Okay. Yeah, Jeffree Brandil tea. We've already been there. Like, and I love how it was a test. I freaking love how it was a test. If you guys take anything from this video, take this. And I don't even know how 9-something minutes in, but who cares? But take this. Like, I loved that Jeffree, and who else is with me on this? And you have to have seen it to know what I mean. But who else loves, lives, and stands for the fact that Jeffree was testing Shane? Full-on testing Shane, and was like, oh no, I mean, I didn't like it either. I thought it was pretty basic and average, and I was just waiting for you to tell me that you weren't that happy with the packaging and stuff as well. Then I was going to be like, yeah, girl, we got to change this, and, this is an everyday thing for me, and doing business deals, etc., and Shane was shook. And not even like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, like his merch and stuff, like, not even like YouTubers shook. He was shooketh to the coreth. And, I was so impressed by that. I really was impressed by that. I liked it a lot as a longtime viewer, as a stan of both of theirs. I loved seeing the business dynamics of their friendship, and how when their seeming business hats are on, it's all different, and it's like when the chips are down, it's like they're very serious, and I really appreciate that in their friendship, but also in their business partnership as well. It was very refreshing to see, and once again, I really loved how Jeffree and Shane took it upon themselves, like to lift Morgan up and to make her feel better, and to say that and Jeffree to even say that he's regretted some of his procedures, which is very nice to hear as somebody that um, has BDD, body dysmorphic disorder. I'm not going to dwell on that once again. Body dysmorphia, whichever term you prefer. Terminology is always up in the air for me. I'm not that big on terminology and things like that, if that makes sense. I mean, unless we're talking about like not being, unless we're talking about the difference between like not being politically correct and being politically correct. You know what I mean? Like that's a little bit different, I think. But okay. Like, because I kept telling Joe before, like, Shane, like, had his epiphany and his little aha moment and told Jeffree how he was feeling about the packaging. Like, I was telling Joe, like, that's a little bit cheesy, that's a little bit gimmicky, that's a little bit Twilight Zone-esque, and no shade to the Twilight Zone. I'm here for the original Twilight Zone as well as the reboot all day freaking long. Love me some Twilight Zone, I honestly do. But I was like, it just looks a little bit cheesy, a little bit Halloween-y, a little bit gimmicky, and that's exactly what he wasn't going for. Whenever he was like, well, we have a palette we're launching or whatever. Whenever he was talking to the higher ups at Morphe, and they said, they were working on a palette with somebody, which is what Jeffree, like, remember it was like a test, and like this was in part 2, I believe, 2 or 3 of the docu-series. But if you're a real OG and you've been there from the beginning watching them, you'll know what I'm referring to. Okay. Yeah, Shane wasn't really feeling the Chester PR, and but also, who else was thinking, Shane's not going to tell him the truth? Like, Shane is like, I really thought that he was going to play the nice card and not really say it, but his name's attached to it, and he did, and I'm so glad that he did. I was kind of like, come on. I could tell he was disappointed, but he just wasn't saying anything yet. Who's with me on this? I know somebody has to be with me on this. But, okay, this is what I was kind of like, okay, I'm a little bit shook, because as of when I started filming this, it was the number 3 on trend. Number 3. No, but seriously, why is it number 3? Like, shouldn't it be number 1? And it had only been out for like 7 or 8 hours at that point, which is a while. And I mean, it could have been number 1 at some point, but I just remember that the last few were number 1 trend, for a good 24 to 48 hours, because I checked on it and did my research as a reaction channel, beauty review, makeup review channel, whatever the hell this channel is. We're figuring out as we go, and I'm glad that you guys are bearing with me. And okay, I don't want to miss anything. Jeffree / Shane being there for Morgan, and then my last point one of my little talking point list was hello confidence, just because I really that's how I felt. That was what I came out with, was that that's what I came out of watching it with, or that's the feeling that I had after watching it, was that Shane had a huge confidence boost, and like Jeffree even commented on it. Jeffree noticed it as well, and he was just like, yeah, no, because he came to the Shane came to the boardroom, one of the final boardroom meetings where they were pitching the different PR designs, if you will, etc., whatever. Okay, that's an odd look. I feel like I looked really weirdly disproportionate, which I am. My fan just went right in my lip product. But gotta love a good matte liquid lip. Why not? But yeah, no, I really loved how Jeffree noticed Shane's confidence level going up when he started dabbling with makeup and he knew what he was talking about. And Shane even made a little disclaimer, or like noticed something or brought something up, just casually in conversation when they were at Jeffree Star Cosmetics, and he was like, like I've been dabbling a lot in makeup and I know what a good swatch is now. Before I was doing swatches and I was like, that's so good, and now I go back and look and compare it to like some of these other palettes and stuff, and he wouldn't say names, but I'm sure he was thinking like Anastasia Beverly Hills and like Benefit, etc., like the top Sephora brands, the top Sephora brands and stuff like that. I don't know why I said Sephora brands twice, now it's 3 times, but I said it. That's what I said. I'm going to stand by it. I've really liked, as somebody else that's an androgynous individual, as somebody else that wants makeup to be an integral part of their life, and makeup has become an integral part of their life, but it isn't really everything. I can just so relate in Shane's passion about the makeup. I really can. And it's really exciting to see, it's really inspiring to see, and it's really uplifting to see. And what's even more uplifting and inspiring is you guys being here for me, and being here for my little gay, humble, side girl Topanga channel, YouTube channel, just being here for it, and accepting me for all my quirks and eccentricities and flaws, and you know, before I did. And it's like, do I completely accept myself? Do I completely love myself? No. I'd be lying to myself if I said that I did. Does anyone? I think so. I think some people truly do, but I think it's, you know, everyone is a work in progress, and I'm one of those people that, isn't afraid to be vocal about it. I hope that this wasn't too whiny. I hope that this was a fun reaction for you guys, to watch, as my loyal viewers and subscribers, friends, you know who you are. Thank you so much for being here. If you're new, you know there's a thing called a subscribe button, and, like, I do post, like, often, even though I'm a little bit, like, down in the dumps sometimes. Like, I still post often, and, if you'd like to get notified every time I post something, ring that bell. Don't know if I've actually ever said that, but, you know, I'm feeling really inspired again, and, I don't want to delete my channel. It's such, I find so much solace and peace in having, and being a YouTuber, and being able to, and knowing that my voice is going to be heard. It's, you know, like, in my moments of weakness, nobody's perfect, obviously, but in my moments of weakness, I just question that, and I question, you know, the longevity of it, and, you know, how long I'm going to be interested in it, but, this is the one thing in my life that I've never given up on. I've never given up on this. I can honestly say that, and I don't mean to end this on a weird note or anything, but, I didn't, if you would have told me that I would have made it almost a year and not given up, I would have told you that you were insane, that you were batshit crazy. I would have absolutely said that. You know, like 2 or 3 years ago, if you would have told me that little old me, would be a YouTuber that, like, actually gets a few views here and there and stuff, like, and that's not what it's about, obviously, but I just never thought that anybody would be interested to hear anything that I have to say, but, I'm genuinely so humbled and flattered and honored that people do, and that you guys do, and, I haven't smiled this big, and it's actually, I don't know if you can tell, but it's like, it's causing, oh, how could you possibly tell, I'm telling you this, but, it's, like, causing me pain, and, like, I'm getting a little ache in my cheek, and my, like, cheekbones and stuff from smiling, and I just haven't smiled this much, and, it doesn't, no, it completely validates for me, which is something I already knew, but it completely validates for me that, like, I'm not going anywhere anytime soon, and I don't need to go anywhere anytime soon, you know, and that everybody has their moments of weakness, and their, depressions and anxieties, and their insecurities, and their eccentricities, and I'm just learning to embrace those, every single day, slowly but surely, and, am I a work in progress? Yes, but am I going to get there? Absolutely. And I hope that you guys were as impressed with, the failure of Jeffree Star and Shane Dawson as I was. I hope you guys are as impressed with this series as I am, and I would love to hear your honest, constructive criticism and feedback in regards to this video, in regards to my makeup look, and, also, in regards to my freaking hair. Yeah, because I found this angle and stuff, and I'm like, oh, you can just see my bronzer and light contour and stuff, and not those freaking clips and that stupid hairline. I've always had a thing about my hairline, whatever. But please let me know what I should do with this freaking weave, because your girl has no freaking clue. I have no idea what to do with that. But, I've officially started to ramble, and that's enough of that. Those are enough shenanigans for the day. I love you so freaking much. And what do I think about everything? It was going so great. I had the outro plan and everything. But never forget that Stephen Owsley II thinks that you what? That you all come in first. Until next time, I love you so much. Remember that you're all beautiful.